Yo, Ego Thoughts, we back. Vergil Ortiz is looking in shape. Ego Weight Watchers, aka EW, where I give you a look into the fighter lifestyle before, after, and progress pics, especially when they have an upcoming fight. Now, this is something I've been wanting to talk about, made the time to talk about it. If you guys dig this type of boxing news and content and introspective stuff, then check out Ego Thoughts on the channel, subscribe. Vergil Ortiz, he's looking in shape. And he's getting ready for his upcoming fight with Israel Madrimov. It's so funny how in boxing, I say stuff and people agree, but then you get the contrarians who just disagree and want to disagree, and then it proves to be right, and then they just disappear. So I told you guys, and anybody who watches my channel can attest to this, that it would be dumb for Madrimov to proceed with his fight on the Tyson Fury Usyk 2 undercard against Sergey Boachuk, and then a month or two later fight Vergil Ortiz. And people are like, no, this is good. This is throwback stuff. You guys are idiot. It would be dumb for Madrimov to have went through that. This is not the olden days of boxing where Sugar Ray Robinson or whoever is fighting every 2 weeks. Guys are getting paid more. Guys have different training routines. Guys are huge and then cutting a lot of weight to make these weight classes. We're not in 15 rounders. We're not where the boxers are getting robbed by managers. I'm not saying nobody, but it's not like it was back in the day where, because they have the Ali Act and things that didn't even exist back then. So the bottom line is times have changed. That would have been a dumb move. And you've seen conveniently, after I said that and kept making a big deal about it, Madrimov pulls out of the fight saying he was sick. Fast forward to the future, now he's going straight into the Vergil Ortiz fight off of a loss, and Vergil Ortiz is looking ready and in shape. Now, this is the other thing. There are a lot of people who say Vergil Ortiz have no chance versus Madrimov. You too are very stupid to me. I mean, what are we talking about? Again, there's a lot of people who like boxing. They just don't know what they're watching, and they don't know ish about boxing. People are quick. They go for low-hanging fruit. So they're overly judging Vergil Ortiz versus Boachuk and judging how well Madrimov did with the guy like Crawford, and 2 + 2 = 4. So they're trying to triangulate what's going to happen in Vergil Ortiz versus Madrimov, which it doesn't even work like that. You can't use triangle theories. Bud is his own fighter. Boachuk is his own fighter, and it has very little to do with Vergil Ortiz. So make no mistake about it, Vergil Ortiz, I don't know what the odds are, but if he's the underdog, he's a live underdog for sure, especially with him being in shape and his style. And, you know, I would probably even venture to say I favor Vergil Ortiz in this matchup over Madrimov, despite Madrimov being very good with the feint and good footwork. Vergil Ortiz has power, and he knows how to lure you in to the wrong style of fight and like a shootout. And he's pretty durable, right? Madrimov didn't knock down Terence Crawford. He didn't, you know, get him out of there. Vergil Ortiz showed that he has a beard in his fight with Boachuk, and also fights in the past like Mean Machine where he was hurt and he comes back to stop or almost stop his opponent in both of those fights. So he definitely has heart and he definitely has chin. So I'm definitely tapped into this fight February 22nd. Ortiz is in shape right now, and he's had problems with weight, so it doesn't look like we're going to have any problems. It looks like he is actually training appropriately and safely. And I'm really going to look at this fight and compare it to, once I see how Vergil Ortiz does and how his power affects Madrimov, or if he can knock down Madrimov, if he can hurt Madrimov, versus the Bud Crawford fight. And I'm telling you, if Madrimov gets beaten up or knocked out or hurt by Vergil Ortiz, it's going to hurt Terence Crawford's stock, especially if Crawford is supposed to be fighting Canelo in September. Because yes, it was only his first fight, but Vergil Ortiz only has a few fights at 154, and he came from lighter divisions too, 140, 147. So it will make Crawford's performance age, in my opinion, just a bit worse if Vergil Ortiz can be triumphant here and stop a guy like Madrimov, or badly bust him up and hurt him and stuff like that, because then it's going to make me not, I already don't want to see the Canelo Crawford fight like some of you guys, but it's going to be even more so if Vergil Ortiz goes in there and, you know, does something that Crawford couldn't do, because it's going to make me question. People already looked at that fight like it was super competitive with Crawford and Madrimov. So if Vergil Ortiz goes in there and does something that Bud couldn't do, it's going to make me question, hey, if your power is a bit more negated, because Crawford was landing some vicious shots and he was throwing it with conviction, it just didn't knock Madrimov out. So if Vergil Ortiz's shots do knock out Madrimov or beat him up better, then it's going to make me question, why on earth would I want to watch Canelo versus Crawford at 168 even more, if, depending on what happens. Now, the best case for Terence Crawford is that Madrimov, his old opponent, does well and beats Vergil Ortiz. Then I'm not going to say that, obviously. So I definitely am tapped into this fight because I need to see how this plays out. But depending on how it plays out, that's going to further, you know, what I believe. So again, let's recap. Madrimov, if he gets beaten up or hurt and badly beaten by Vergil Ortiz, hurts Terence Crawford. If Terence Crawford's former conquest and opponent Madrimov does good and beats Vergil Ortiz, who's undefeated, then that will help Crawford's credibility. February 22nd, we're going to find out which one it is. Live streaming can be tough, which is why I use StreamYard. Click the link in the description for StreamYard, which is an awesome tool that enables you to set up your stream with ease of use. Get great results with live streaming. It's what I use. Stream to social media with ease with StreamYard. Live streaming is here to stay. Engage with your audience using StreamYard. Great way to reach out to your audience and connect. So you need a tool that can do that.